Hello, good evening, good day, depending on your time. It's evening for me, appropriate for doing this pick a card dream analysis reading. First one for 2026 and first one in quite a while actually. Haven't connected in with our dream worlds here into the world of infinite possibilities for a while, so it'll be interesting. As you can see, this pick a card is actually drawn from 3 separate decks, so you might be tuning into the graphics on the back, maybe you're tuning into the colors, or you might be already familiar with these decks from my other readings, so you may be sort of anticipating or already appreciative of the type of artwork and illustrative work that's on the other side, but these will be our entry points into your dreams landscapes for the last few weeks, just to tune in to see what your soul energies, maybe what loved ones, or maybe your guardian angels, your spirit guides have been trying to reach you through your dreams to have a discussion, maybe surface something, heighten your awareness or bring focus to you. So we'll see what that's all about for those of you interested. We're going to be using the charms here to kind of key into the messages that they want you to take away from your analysis, and I have cards here that will pair just to help me elaborate as clearly as I can. I'm not speaking very succinctly right now, but hopefully I'll improve as we get into the readings. I timestamp below, so as you tune into your card, I'll go 1, 2, 3. You can just skip ahead to your messages if you like, or you can hang out with me as we get the cards and the charms. So we're going to start with group 1, card 1. I'll just put these ones aside, and we'll get your charms. Okay, going into your dream world. Where have you been going? What have you been doing? Who have you been meeting? And why? Just letting them discard what they don't need for your messages. Seems to be a bit of a learning for myself from doing the readings to allow them to discard in the bowl first, and then go around the chart. Otherwise, when I first started to read, I would kind of have a spill of charms on the chart that I had to clean up. So we'll just see here for you all. Quite forceful dropping here. The 2 first charms here are hitting the table pretty pretty straightforward, I want to say, very direct. We'll see if this last charm is meant for anything. Could just be a companion coming for the ride. Okay. Nope, they want this one here. Okay. And that one's kind of sharing, so. All right, get the cards that I pair with. And I actually have something here at my feet, so just give me a moment. I should have moved it before, but I just caught myself stepping over it instead of removing the obstacle from my way. Okay. I don't know if you like your room really dark. Just from the silence I'm giving myself here, but it feels like heavy, really dark. I don't use them, but I know people who use like those blackout curtains just to make sure when you go to bed, when you go to sleep, you have kind of no distractions. Or maybe you suffer with migraines. You could be one of those individuals that needs sort of that really dark, quiet, no light atmosphere. for sleeping. Just gonna have the camera a bit lower today. And then I went and used, or your energies, went and chose some of my larger cards here. But all works out. Okay. Fit it all in anyways. Group 1. I'm just seeing, because I did animals yesterday and they kind of used that card last, but I think we are going to go there first. So kick us off with the card you're drawn to. You're drawn to this first card, the Zombie Tarot. Maybe it was the black. Actually, I'm just noticing now the card is black, like I was seeing, like the blackout curtains, the darkness, sort of the depths of the silence. Like it's very mute. I didn't even realize. Ugh. Funny how I miss out when I'm tuning into myself. Okay, so you're drawn to the Queen of Cups, our beautiful bathing beauty here. You know, enjoying, giving into indulgences, right? She's enjoying the beach, the sun, snacking, drinking. Also the attention, right? Because I called her the bathing beauty, and she's kind of, you know, looking at the camera. When I frame it up like this on the camera, for me, it reminds me of the Polaroids style of photo. Sort of that snapshot. This is happening now. We're coming out of a festive season, so I don't know if maybe we all tend to indulge in festive and during festive periods. I don't know if it spills over into January for you, and that's why you're still seeking such darkness, such quiet, such silence when you want to go to sleep. So there's still like family gatherings you're still attending. There's still social gatherings. Like maybe things got pushed into the new year, so like your festive season here seems to be extending, or you're part of a family or a friend unit where you're already heading into that specific group's personal festive season. So that's like birthdays, anniversaries, graduation dates, like all these milestones that happen not related to the festive season, but seems to be bookending here. I just feel like there's a continuation here of lots of food in front of you, lots of attention on you, right? Everybody keeps asking you what you're up to now, right? A lot of visiting, you know, socialization, but a lot of enjoyment, because she's out here at the beach soaking up the sun, doing what she loves. So you don't seem upset by this extended festive season. You quite enjoy it, but you're definitely seeking, like you need a full shutdown. When you go to rest, it's a full shutdown. So maybe you're not actually thinking of or acknowledging that you're dreaming, because you are falling into such a deep sleep. Upon waking, you may have been like, oh, I didn't dream last night, but I slept good. So maybe we'll get some sneak peek here as to what you actually are dreaming, but maybe don't realize right now. I'm gonna come to the deck of cards because I'm already talking about like a family unit or a friend circle, a specific group. Maybe things pick up at work at this time. So you were dealing with a heartbreak or some kind of hurt, a loss on the emotional level as it relates to this inner circle that you have, this team environment, this group. Just to kind of narrow your focus down, because you know there's a lot happening. There's a lot of connections in our lives. There's a lot happening in our daily lives every day. But this is a circle that's close to you. This is one of your own personal kind of networks, and they're acknowledging what you're dealing with. So with this blue hue, though, I feel like for a good number of you, you might not have been able to put your finger on it. Again, I'm being drawn to like the migraine sufferers, or just those of you that are coming home so exhausted you're just hitting the bed and are out. and not truly realizing sort of the root, the depth of your sleep is connecting back to sort of the depth of the loss here. You know, it could be something buried, unresolved, something you haven't dealt with yet or acknowledged, that you're even hurting. Maybe you haven't had time yet to acknowledge. You've still been so busy. Oop, pulling the sheet forward. Okay. Trapped in fear and destiny, for you to kind of face this conflict, this challenge, this experience. Again, look at the darkness you're seeking here, right? Kind of hiding away from the light, holding the head. Again, going to the headache, migraine suffering right now. Or maybe your body's just aches and pains. You're not feeling well. But you're like hiding away from the light. Maybe you're not showing on the outside. You're not expressing to others that you have an inner turmoil that you're dealing with. You're not inviting others in to just be aware, so that you can receive their understanding and their empathy and their support, or just love it, energy. Because she keeps pointing to her heart. I'm actually doing that off camera without realizing as I speak to you, because I gesture with my hands a lot. But look how she's like gesturing towards her heart, but like in an opening manner. Her fingers are parting, her hands are parting, like let someone or let others in, let the healing in. And here's this circle, right? Look at this social circle around you, this network, this close network, others within the group, right? Who may know the situation, know the other people or person, may have gone through what you're going through, but you don't know that without kind of opening up and sharing and expressing. So even in your dreams, you're kind of hiding away here, not adventuring out, keeping yourself close and closed. Or at least this area is kind of closed off. This is the demeanor you're putting forward. I'm cheery, I'm fine, everything's good. But you do have this conflict you're dealing with as it relates to the unit. Green is also kind of jealousy, envy at this kind of festive time, or seeing others, like celebrating with others. That could be a struggle, right? You acknowledge and you know that you're going through, but you know, it does take time to kind of push those feelings back. You know, the envy, the jealousy, the sort of wishing, hoping, comparing to others. Kind of work through that. I'm gonna come up here to what goes around comes around, which is a beautiful, you know, karmic return of energy out or energy in. We know you feel a loss in this beautiful and angel kind of soft gray, kind of the closest thing I have to like a white marker, coming off of you're dealing with a hurt or heartbreak, which I attributed to more to a loss. And now we know you feel a loss, but your life is truly meaningful, right? What goes around comes around. You know, good fortune's coming back to you. Good karma's coming back to you. Love lost is returning. You know, the support system that maybe you lost, it's going to return to, but it might be in a different form, might not be the exact same people or in the same method, but you've got this beautiful return. I like this charm because it feels very fairy tale like, you know, whether it's a beautiful looking glass or just kind of that title card. It has sort of that welcoming whimsy into the fantasy, and here we are in a dream world, into a fairy tale, not a fantasy, but yeah, I guess it works fantasy too. Sort of that cover slate of a movie or a book, right? You can kind of see it turning the page and a new step. So don't forget, your life is truly meaningful. We all have a soul purpose, and just acknowledging this loss, moving through it. So I like the wisdom card here. I was pausing because I really like how this like white westy pup is kind of looking up to this gentleman, right? The bearer of your soul purpose, the bearer of your Akashic records, right? Your soul plan, your journey, also your history, your experiences, everything you're meant to be. But it has like this F on it and shining in that beautiful golden hue, and sort of the good fortune that I already saw smiling down upon you. So they're kind of bringing it forward, and look at your little guardian angel here trotting along, kind of saying, hey, this is where you're meant to be, right? So this is placing the right person at the right time. They're going to kind of reach out. They're going to connect with you in a way that's going to truly feel fortunate. You're going to feel fortunate that you met this person, that you had this conversation, that they picked up on your energy or your vibe, right? You didn't even have to tell them that you're struggling because they intuitively knew. Look at this purple hue here. Beautiful purple hue coming and just kind of reaching out, knocking on your door with this good fortune in hand for you. But I am just so drawn into this little puppy, this little angel of yours. So sweet and gentle, especially at this time with you. And then we have rest and rejuvenate, and you're sitting in your forest of abundance. You're wrapping yourself around with the beautiful healing green hue, the healing aspects of nature. You're grounding yourself again, getting sure footing. And that's kind of like working with this individual, right? If we go back to this time period, say this was sort of the atmosphere of your dream. Maybe you were wearing this type of clothing, or you were set again in this period, kind of connecting back into that sort of fantasy world that I was talking about generally. A lot of shows and whatnot that we watch have this kind of attire, housing structure. You know, a lot of stuff takes place in beautiful forests. But like you're being pulled into it's like they want to say like, because I keep going back to fantasy and fairy tales, like it's reality. I don't know why you don't think that you can have it. Why are you kind of pushing back against the universe saying, well, that's just fantasy, that's just fairy tales, but they keep coming back to you saying, no, this is reality, this is good fortune, you know, a different F for you. It's possible. And then here you are ready to receive, right? Acknowledging that. Maybe that's what they're able, because it kind of feels like this kind of tutor relationship. Yeah, I know this is a source of wisdom, but this individual that just kind of knows you, can read you, just know, like can just tell, has the right words to say at the right moment, shows up right when you need them. They're casting down this like healing energy, and it just makes you kind of sit and wait and receive. And look at the change in color, right? You're moving out of the darkness into this beautiful green hue. You're not in your black room anymore. You know, they're reminding you of what you're accomplishing and what you're setting out to do. So who are you really? And this is your answer. Maybe that's what you're struggling also, right? Sort of comparing to others, whatnot, you know, the self-doubt that can happen. Well, here's your answer. Like, this is who you truly are. Don't forget who you are. Don't forget your value, your worth. And the charm is my kitty on the branch that's following their intuition here. They're following the soul orb. Right? They're letting their intrigue and their curiosity and the adventure and the exploration, but they're trusting their self-judgment, they're trusting their abilities, right? They're walking along the branch, along the path here. They're intuitively guided. So a lot of kind of inner work in terms of quieting your saboteur, your critic, it sounds like, you know, quieting your fears, your self-doubts that you're placing on. I'm not worthy, that kind of language. This false projection, right? You're showing everybody else an opposite side of you, and then you kind of squirrel away and just shut down. And your dreams are trying to get you to do the exact opposite. But this earth angel here, this connection you already have, they're coming in because they can feel this, they know this. Your guardian angel's been kind of guiding them here, the kind of puppy leading them to you. So what's the reminder that's coming in? You know, you have your life is meaningful, you have a purpose. What do we have here? Emotional withdrawal. But this is a different energy now. Look at the trapped in fear versus positive emotional withdrawal. This is the inner work, the inner peace. This is regaining your self-confidence, your self-belief, trusting in your intuition, right? Closed eyes, gratitude pose, resting, looking out, being optimistic at the horizon, right? What's before you, the endless possibilities. And then we have the obstacles and challenges, which truly feel like are your own making. You know, this gap seems to be, in my opinion, fairly easy to cross. You know, it looks no larger than the width of the foot here, and yet it seems like a huge feat, right? And again, we have the water here, so the emotion. So this emotional work, easier for you to complete, but right now your mindset's in, this is a huge feat, you know, I'm kind of just going to ignore it. I'm going to kind of shut down and shy away from it. So no wonder you may be suffering from migraines, headaches, or needing sort of that darkness to fall asleep, to shut off, because I truly feel like your headspace, your thoughts are overtime right now. So you have the beautiful Caracas here, these golden Caracas flying up to you, all these angels coming and swirling up. You know, the orb, right, that the kitty was following, they're all flying forward to you here. Each one carrying a message of, like, you know, supportive messages, encouragement messages. You can take that step. You can do that little hop. You've done it before. You know how to do it. This is just a small step for you. I just want to keep iterating for you. This really, truly is something that you've conquered before. You know, in terms of your answer of who you are. You are the one that has the ability to tune back into your instincts, reconnect, and see things for how they truly are. Like, you know, things are better than they seem, but it just feels like you just need a little nudge for some reason. That's why this individual intuitively shows up again. They know at certain points you just need a reminder, a little nudge, right? The orb, follow me, the puppy, follow me, just to pull you back out so that you're not closed off. You're open and receiving. Okay. The number 5 keeps resonating and vibrating with me as well. I'm not sure why. The 5 on the wisdom, the 5 cards, and the 5 here at the top of the obstacles and challenges cards keep vibrating for me. So I'm going to put angel number 5 in your video description below. There's probably an extra meeting there for you, but definitely hope that you feel the encouragement to kind of step out of your darkness that you seem to have fallen into a bit. You're not letting others know, as we saw here, but this actually is quite a little thing, a minor thing for you to overcome. You've conquered it before, or you've conquered way bigger situations than what you're facing right now. So I'm just going to write quickly here. Step is easier than you think. And just kind of leave you with that thought. So if you're interested in angel number 5, go ahead and check it in the description video description below for you, and I'll see you at your next dream analysis reading. I'm just going to switch up here to our group number 2, bring in their cards, and we'll get their charms and see what you all have been dreaming about. God, I don't know why my hands suddenly stopped working. That seemed like a big, it's like I forgot how my hands worked in order to pick up the cards. A simple task. I forgot how to do a simple task there. Maybe that's an initial impression. Maybe this group, maybe you're struggling with like memory right now, like but in a kind of comical way. Like, oh, I forgot where I put my keys, and or those moments where it's like, where's my glasses, and they're hanging around your neck or on the top of your head, right? Like, I just feel like there's like this comical forgetfulness, but in an odd way. Like, why would I forget how to use my fingers to pick up cards? Okay, so pile number 2, group number 2, drawn to this card. Gonna go ahead and get your charms first and the cards that go with them, and then we'll jump into your reading. So let's see maybe what other impressions I get from stepping into your dream worlds with you these past few weeks. What have you been doing? Where have you been going? Who's been hanging out with you or showing up? Maybe where you've been. Maybe you've been busy traveling. You're kind of pushing me up here, so I'll go where they want me to go. Okay. Big announcement. The charms are tangled. Big announcement connected to family. This is my ancestry necklace. So this is generational. So announcement. Interconnected here. Look at all the charms all grouped. Oh, they want to keep it turned that way. All grouped in the same area. Lots to convey. Okay. Now we'll get the cards, and then we'll jump into these messages here. But I like how the good fortune is pointing to, smiling at, this big announcement, the angelic announcement regarding family or your lineage. Because again, this is more ancestral. So this would be like your family tree, the generations you're about to establish or be the head of. Maybe there's some succession happening here. And then the elephant that trudges forward with complete self-confidence, radiates beauty, understanding, knowledge. Okay, just one. I was just seeing if they wanted another card down here, but no. Okay, group 2, jumping into your dreams. Beginning with the card you were drawn to. That's a good card to receive, right? The Wheel of Fortune. Nothing wrong with that. Lucky number 10. Beautiful celebration. I was seeing the celebration here in the charms as I was getting them with the initial impressions. And here we have, that is the definite confirmation, at least to me, that this is the connective tissue, that you're having, maybe you're dreaming of what's to come, That's what I feel more so with this group, with this Wheel of Fortune. It's like the outlook on life that you have, the dream that you already see coming true. You're over delighted, so like this is daydreaming about it, but also in your dreams at night, you're like, oh, I can't wait to fall asleep tonight and dream about, you know, my graduation day, dream about, you know, the car I'm gonna buy with my first paycheck, right? Like you're leaping right into that future lifestyle, future world that you're very close to joining, that you're actually probably starting to live right now. Things are kind of taking off here for you. Actually, there's a lot of celebration here in your cards, because even over here, the wine barrel, that's one of my biggest celebration charms. I'm actually going to start over here. I don't know why I went over there. I'm going to start over here. There's all this celebration happening here, so we'll start maybe here, like why? Why is there celebration happening, or what's happening before this celebration? So we have discover why you feel just a little bit unhappiness now. So there's an area of your life where you're not so joyful, you're feeling not so satisfied or fulfilled. And with the footprints, this is all about taking time in order to progress. So one way of saying it is like do things by the book, one step at a time. Take it easy, don't rush things. And maybe that's what's bothering you. Maybe you're hoping that there was more momentum, more accomplished or completed by this time. But this is kind of a pushback saying, no, it's okay. This is actually better. This is a better approach. This is a better way of doing it. Very sure-footed. Make sure each step is fully thought through, right? You've given it proper consideration. And they're pairing it with winter is coming. This could just be acknowledging that we are currently in the winter season, so that you're taking your time now. Don't rush things. And it says you can improve your relationship. So this is beautiful, intuitive purple. You kind of already know this. This is also you trusting yourself in this dynamic, in this area where you're not feeling fully fulfilled. So as you navigate yourself, the words you choose, the actions you take, the way you stay true to your authentic self in the situation and in communications. But there's this pause, this quietness, this take the time kind of message coming from the winter is coming. So this is a period of silence as well for my charms. But I feel like this isn't so much like silence. It just feels like benefit from the season. The season kind of already naturally slows things down, just weather-wise, commitment-wise with this beginning of the new year, schedules, etc. So kind of benefit by slowing down and thinking through each of your steps, each of your actions, how you're presenting yourself, navigating yourself. So we have disruption here, number 16. And I'm really drawn into these building blocks as we have the feet here, about sort of one step at a time, right? This is sort of your path here. He's kind of building his progress, right? Starting at the legs, focusing in at the hips, the torso, the chest, the head space. This is also bringing everything into alignment, right? This is him being focused, bringing his chakras into alignment, making sure mind, heart, body, soul are all behind a decision, an action, the step being taken, the words being spoken. So a lot of beautiful thoughtfulness. And I think the disruption is really just to the momentum, to the rhythm that maybe you're used to the progress that you want to see. But there's definitely this purposeful slowing down of your path, right? If you were walking, this would be a bit more either uneven ground, so you just naturally walk a bit slower because maybe the stones are slipping under your feet. you know, for those of us who like the American show The Challenge, without trying to ruin the ending for anybody who didn't watch the final episode, there's a section of a side of a hill, a mountain that they're climbing, where there's loose rock, right? So they naturally are slowed down. There's nothing they can do. It's the terrain, and they're showing me that here. So, you know, the universe, your angels with this beautiful golden hue. As much as you're daydreaming, as much as you're delighted, and you're looking forward to things coming to fruition, you know, Jan, Feb, they kind of want you to just go step by step, kind of, and give yourself enough time to enjoy and absorb and kind of observe everything that's happening with this experience. Like why rush things? Like, you know, you're not satisfied or fulfilled, but like you're heading towards fulfillment. You're feeling the fulfillment. So I think it's natural that we want to run towards fulfillment, but there's this encouragement for you to kind of step and feel it, like, you know, kind of, again, these building blocks. It's all gonna build together very beautifully. It's all gonna bring you into alignment beautifully. So don't rush the process. Okay. I'm gonna come up to the wine barrel, celebrating you. So we have seeking answers about your purpose right now. And there's this beautiful, huge celebration, actually, 'cause it's my wine barrel. That's also overflowing with the grapes, ready to make some more. So it's kind of endless celebration, endless flowing of abundance, prosperity. Could be finances, kind of building up, sort of fattening the barrel here. So I think connecting it to your soul purpose, to your dream, like you have a lot to offer, right? Like you would be the owner of this vineyard. You would be the one, I guess, spiking the barrel, right? I guess they put a spigot in. So you're the one like tapping each barrel and allowing the wine to flow, going like, yes, you know, welcome, enjoy yourself. I'm always going to be giving, very giving spirit here. So it looks like you're headed towards, or you have, or are soon going to be able to have the ability to really embrace this side of your nature, this aspect, your purpose, your ability to give back in sort of in excess to others, sort of what they need and when they need it, right? Sort of this open door. I got the food, the drink, the shelter, the warmth, the love, the joy, the happiness, all here for you. Oh, the beautiful crown chakra coming forward with that message. You're hearing me rustle pages because I sat with the angels purposely with these cards, so I get the message from them. So crown chakra here, just reminding myself, all about your connection to understanding, higher awareness, having an epiphany, you know, your higher self with this beautiful intuitive purple pink hue. You know, this is really you tuning into knowing that, yes, this is a passion of mine. This is a path that I want to follow. This is an aspect of my personality, my character that I want to lean into. You know, another way of giving back to the community was like the volunteering I recently did. You know, really connected with me. First time I participated with that organization, and I thoroughly enjoyed it, right? So, fulfilling. So some fulfillment here in how you support, give, care for a group, a community, others around you, and it's sought after, right? They want to come to you for that laughter. They want to come to you for that shoulder. They want to come to you to be in your energy, to connect with you. Now we got this little beautiful pile here of charms that I've all kind of grouped together. In the initial impressions, I was really drawn to, well, first the trumpet, the musical trumpet of announcement from the angels. So, you know, big news was actually intertwined and linked with the ancestry, charm, my charm that indicates family tree, ancestry, generational flow, succession. And then the horseshoe, the good favor, good fortune, is pointing right at it. So some incoming, almost like a magnet, right? Kind of looks like the red and silver magnet. Incoming good fortune to family, big announcement, with this beautiful elephant walking confidently, adorned in all its jewels, looking and feeling good, not worrying. So you're dealing with a heartbreak or a hurt, but this elephant's kind of pushing this tile forward. I think that's why they wanted me to keep the elephant this way, because I feel like this is soon to be quite over, and in a profound way. Like you are literally, it's almost like, you hit the switch and you go from I feel bad to, nope, I feel really good. This person hurt my feelings. Nope, I feel perfectly fine. Like it's just shoving it forward. And it's you doing that. It's you having this realization, this actualization of, no, I don't hurt anymore. I don't feel this anymore. I have fulfillment, I have joy, I have satisfaction. The big announcement connected to family, some good fortune. What does it say? Nothing is wrong or incorrect with you, right? So your ancestors are coming through from the other side, letting you know that in your dreams, trying to connect with you, trying to remind you you're perfect how you are, you're unique and beautiful. There's good fortune as you have that realization, right? Because here's that epiphany, pushing that forward. So you're receiving what they are giving to you in your dreams. You may also be doing that. You may also be that kind of strong personality in your dreams, right? Coming in and saying what you wanted to always say in real life, taking the action that you wish you had done, but you're actually doing that in your dream. But there's this beautiful translation. I feel like this is more you doing this in your real life. And then it's touching on helping to understand what will bring you joy now. And it looks like family, knowing that you're like who you are, your identity, and that you're worthy, right? Worthy of good fortune. And sort of this mega shift that you're doing here, this big push that you're doing. Not for me energy. I'm out of here. I'm all about the Wheel of Fortune. I'm all about my daydreams. That's what I'm going after. Okay. Well, that's a nice pairing of cards. Not only are we seeing your inner work, right? The inner work that you're going through, taking the time, so your spiritual strength, glowing up, trusting and believing in self, your self-esteem, your confidence is radiating here. And that's a place of foundation stability for you as you walk forward. And then we have that paired with financial and material change. So dream into reality, right? The Wheel of Fortune, the good favor coming right at you. Once the mindset changes, once your approach to navigating yourself in situations. We have commitment with the ring on the ring finger. We have leadership with the ring on the index, not the index, the middle finger. Your index finger is in the red, which is pointing towards that passion, right, coming to fruition. And then we have the chakra alignments that we were talking about here. Once they all come together, once you're fully aligned, boom, here it comes with the overall well-being is part of that as well. So either you've already had your epiphany and you're daydreaming in your dreams and your future manifesting in your dreams. That's what you're using your dreamscape for, is to tap into your powers of bringing dreams into reality, or your dreams are letting you know this is the process you're going through now, and this is why, because you have this magnificent kind of outcome, this kind of universal karmic reward waiting for you once you kind of achieve and unlock this higher self, right? This epiphany, this aha moment that you're going to get. So beautiful reading for you all. Just going to make a note of what we talked about here. So sort of big lifestyle changes, right? Dream. Maybe I'll put like dream life. Whether it's career, relationship, you know, environment that you're in, financial situation, whatever it is, it's definitely a dream coming reality here, and you're loving every minute of it. Okay, so I'm going to transition now to group 3. So thank you for joining, and I look forward to connecting with you in other readings. Get the cards here and clean up the chart. Okay, reset. Now we're going to connect into our 3rd group of dreamers, and what you guys were all escaping into for the last few weeks since we last connected in with your dreams, and we'll see what your messages are, or what messages are trying to reach you at this time. So we're going to get the charms, we'll get cards paired with those charms, and then we'll jump into your reading here. Falling star, first charm out of the hand. You can be happier now. That's a beautiful message for the kind of falling shooting star to land on. And that's a nice visual they're also giving me for a dream reading. So that fantastical. We got some movement. They must be preparing. Yep. Okay. It always surprises me. Sometimes I don't feel them moving, and then there you go. Okay. This little lamb snuck in. I don't think that's part of your dream reading. I think this is a little messenger. You snuck in right at the little end there. So we'll let you give a little special message. So I'm going to write special message just so I remember to timestamp that, or make note of it, at least in the description below, that you had a little messenger that came in, a little loved one. We have our falling star. We have a decision. And we've got a sense of direction here. So we'll see what this is all about. Okay. Get the cards to go with the charms. I might do a different deck for your little guest here, otherwise I might forget once we get into your dreams that they're a surprise guest. Maybe they also did that in your dreams. Maybe you were surprised to see someone specific in your dreams, and maybe you woke up or you've been wondering these past few weeks, like, why did I see that person in my dreams? What was that all about? So let's see here. Got some decks within reach. We'll see which one they are kind of drawn to here. Okay, I keep looking at this one. So we'll just see what your little lamb wants to say. Maybe I'll get rid of the bowl just so we're up here. Interesting how they're tossing themselves out. They've been tossing the cards. Maybe you've been tossing and turning, considering I'm doing a dream reading here. So maybe they see that energy that you're, and maybe that's why they're coming forward, right? Because you've been tossing and turning and dealing with something. So they're coming in to help address that. I'll just scoot the camera a bit. Oh, I knocked your charm off the tile. Okay, group 3. What have you all been dreaming about? What is your connective theme? We have the 9 of Cups. I feel like she can't see what is right there, you know? She's kind of sitting a bit defiantly, I'm reading for some reason at this time. With the white dress, she's kind of seeking peace, or she's trying to convince herself, tell herself, I'm peaceful. But she's kind of missing what's right there, right now behind her. I want to say in front of her. Currently all the cups are behind her, but like, you know, she just has to stand, she just has to turn around, she just has to look, she just has to swivel her head. I'm sure there's even more. We're just seeing a section that's wrapped around here. So I don't know if, sometimes I like to call myself blissfully ignorant, right? There's certain areas of life where I'm like, you know what? I'll be happier if I don't know. I'll be happier if I don't check in or concern myself with that. Maybe that's the energy you're in. I'm happy right now, so why would I bother? I don't want to rock the boat. I don't want to change things up. But there's encouragement here to like, no, look around. See what you're not seeing. Look at all the opportunities here lined up for you. Look at all the good kind of upcoming experiences or opportunities, possibilities that you're kind of missing out on, or may miss out on. I'm going to come here. There's nothing wrong or incorrect with you. The legacy you're hoping to leave are connected with the hound. This is a sense of direction. It's planted its feet. It's a pointer dog, right? They're indicating a sense of direction. It is looking up to where I placed this card, so this decision. So legacy is being connected for you will be remembered by many for this. So there is a connection there. So it is looking up, but it's also looking towards this little piggy. Now this little piggy is a bad influence. You know, someone who encourages you to indulge. So this could be your inner saboteur, right? Your self-critic, or there could be somebody around you that's like falsely supporting you. Like, yeah, you should do that, but like maybe not now. Like, why would you do it now? But yeah, someday you should, right? So a bit of a warning here, pointing to there's nothing wrong with you, but there is some kind of influence here, whether it's a person, an environment, that is making you think you can't, making you think you shouldn't, making you second guess, making you slow down on this kind of big goal, this dream, bigger dream that you have, that we already know you will be remembered for if you allow yourself to, again, if you allow yourself, right? She's withholding, restraining herself. Crown chakra. So this is all about higher enlightenment, connecting with your soul purpose. You got the beautiful good favor 7 also connected with that. So you have cups and the 7. So why are you fighting against this innate pull you're feeling? You know, at this time, not even your dreams, but your waking thoughts are probably making you think of an idea a lot, making you think of a situation, a person, a country a lot. Like you're probably feeling a pull. Maybe it's a type of profession. Maybe it's like an interest or a topic that you showed a little bit of curiosity in, but now you're kind of seeing it everywhere. Like lean into it. You know, maybe you told yourself, maybe you're listening to a lot of acoustic music again, and you're like, oh, I've always was going to play guitar. And you have someone or even your internal saboteur saying, yeah, but you know, you kind of missed that boat, or why would you do that now? Like, sounds good, it's a cool idea, but why would you start? Like, get rid of that. Get that out of your way. So we know you're going to be remembered for this, so we're going to follow this sense of direction here from the hound. So there's a decision to be made. There is a beautiful ripple effect. So once you make that decision, you know, you are going to be the stone, the droplet, the idea, the spark that causes this beautiful ripple effect, this beautiful flower. Even the center of the flower looks like a star. We already have a star over there. So this could be a passion project, a dream come true, something you've always thought you could do or wanted to do or wanted to try. and you end up being highly, highly, highly successful at it or impactful at it. So we have conflict and defeat. So we know that that's what you're struggling with, right? You keep going up the staircase and then coming back, second guessing, slowing down, start and stopping. But look at you always being pulled to the flame. I was saying that. Your heart is pulling you. Your thoughts are pulling you. Your dreams keep pulling you back to this. Try again. Look at all the times you've tried before. These could even be past lives where you tried this before, maybe even succeeded. But they want you to move forward. They want you to go back up this staircase. Don't put false barriers. Don't project things that aren't there. Right? Don't convince yourself that you're satisfied if you're not. Because again, your passion is sitting there, it's burning, and it wants you to move forward, right? You'll be remembered like the etchings here on the wall. Maybe you'll go down in history. So we have our shooting star that came out. It landed on how can you be happier now? This is a wish coming true, a falling star, a golden opportunity, something dropping in your lap, right? Coming out of the cups there. It was the first charm out. It flew out, which is why I keep calling it a shooting star. So something that might be quickly incoming. Maybe that's why there's strong encouragement over here in 2 cards and several charms to pursue this idea, pursue this passion. Don't give it up yet. Don't throw in the towel, because the universe is about to align here for you. It's about to, produce dividends. It's about to, kind of the fireworks will go off. It's going to come to breathe and have life. Oh my gosh, look at that. Triumphant success. It's all about the waiting game. Have patience. It's coming. Right? Follow your intuition. Choose to follow your intuition. The point of the sword for me is a choice, is pointing towards the purple. Intuition, not the other way, which is emotion. So don't be emotionally driven, be intuitively driven. It's also the one, which is, a new beginning, the first step, the beginning of your next leg, your chapter, the start of something. Coming out of the hill of abundance, so there's good fortune. Maybe there's nuggets of gold in that ground. So there's good fortune, good favor, connected with you choosing to follow your intuition. It was all about just everything aligning, right? The universe needed everything to align, needed you to be in the right position, right? The right place in life, the right mindset, the right, overall well-being, the right level of can-do and drive to bring this about. And then the universe delivers the new opportunity, the source of revenue, the abundance, prosperity, establishing that next foundation with the roots here. So yes, you've been waiting, and maybe that's where, the stumbling down the stairs and trying again, and then stumbling down the stairs, right? We get motivated, demotivated, motivated, demotivated. Stay in the motivated space. Stay true to this pull that you're feeling. Don't push it back against it. Don't be defiant. There's success coming here at the end of this sort of waiting period that you feel like you've been in. Just a subtle shake up, right? Just a shift in energy. Give it one more go. Just swivel your head. Like, all of this is simple, right? The staircase isn't that big. Just turn around. He's got the wall to lean on. She just has to turn her head. She doesn't have to actually get up or move. Like, there's a simplicity here to following your purpose here, following your intuition. I'm just going to write, don't give up. Try again. And then we're going to jump into this special message. This loved one here that's come in, our little gentle Bambi. Snuck in. So you have the most control in this area now. Don't know why I mispronounced that. you have the most control in this area now. And so with my little Bambi, this is all about new legs. I don't know if you've ever seen like a newly born horse or a deer, like a fawn. I think even goats, any kind of animal species that tends to have that longer limb, when they're in baby stage, right? Or even humans, right? They get up to take that first step. You know, they're wobbly on their legs, right? You're wobbly on your legs, but it's all about embracing the innocence, forgiving and being easy on yourself, that you're just learning, you're discovering, you're exploring. Like, don't worry about getting it right, because you don't even know what right is. You're still understanding that. You're kind of naively being playful and joyful with regards to what you're trying to kind of move forward here and control. It's lighter energy. So maybe you're trying to influence something too hard, and they want you to rein that way back. Like, no, just kind of see how it goes. Be part of the experience. Don't try to create the experience. Allow yourself to actually feel it. Kind of relinquish your powers of manifestation here. Okay, so what do we have? Okay, so Cupid here is going in between. You saw I tried to move him over. Didn't work. The angel wanted to come back with the Cupid arrow, with the love arrow here from above. Now they've tried a few times here, and they're acknowledging, you know, I got a whole sachet here of quills, and I'm about to kind of strike you again with this opportunity. That's what the sunflower is. So they're placing something, someone, you know, an experience, a possibility right here in your path. This loved one, this Cupid, this loved one who's playing Cupid. Whether it's your guardian angel, but I do feel it's like your loved one here that dropped in. So you've got a loved one here playing Cupid, and they've tried before, but, you know, they kind of learned. There's this learning here. I'm not going to do that one again. And there's your curiosity, right? There's the, just embrace the experience. Follow the hike. Go with where the path is leading you, where you're being pulled. Look at the good fortune, the healthy well-being that I see here. You know, you probably feel better, both physically and emotionally, because it's kind of wearing on his upper torso, his chest area. And you're really focused. You know, it really draws you in. I think that's maybe why he's smirking this time, because like I said, the last time or times before, this one seems to be quite different, I guess. Again, they're saying like lesson learned. You know, different type, same pack. I like to say same package, but different. Sorry, I'm saying that wrong. Same dreams, same desires, but different package, right? You know, you dream of a certain type of relationship. Well, you get it, but just in a different combination. It comes to you in a different weighting of like funny versus romantic versus whatever, right? Or it's another job, another opportunity career-wise, but it's a different package, which means the title might be different than what you're used to, or something you weren't even seeking. Could be an industry change, but it comes with better fortune. Like, he's really emphasizing that this arrow is like, I've got it this time. You know, I understood, not going to let you down. There's that lesson learned even on their side, on the angelic side, on the loved one side. I'm not going to let you down. I'm going to support you. You're going to be right dialed in. You're not going to miss this. You know, if you're talking about give me a green light, a green flag, a green sign, should I pursue this? Yes. You know, it's a huge sunflower here. So you've got this beautiful messenger sneaking in for whatever reason on your dream analysis reading to say, hey, this opportunity coming up, it's okay if you feel nervous, anxious. It's okay if it makes you, what's the other kind of word? It's like, I don't know if there's like a word for like happy nervousness. It's like that anticipation kind of shaking that I'm getting. Like if you have the thrill of a ride, like an adrenaline rush that's coming in for you, but they want you to kind of go slow with it, like really embrace it, like embrace this journey, like embrace the hike to the sunflower here. Enjoy the path to the big kind of incoming fulfillment. I guess that's the best word here, because like I said, they've tried before, or they've seen that you've tried before, and they tried working with you before. But again, lesson learned, this is the one. Lesson learned, this is the one. We figured it out. Like, you worked together, both on this side and maybe on the other side, but you figured it out, and they can't wait. Like, they're overjoyed, and I think that's why they want you to really be in it, be with it, be accepting, be observant, be curious, intrigued, like all of that, excited, but don't rush it. Don't rush don't push yourself to get to that end point. Just kind of follow the signs, right? Follow the route map, follow their green flags. So very interesting, 2 positive messages here about being triumphant and successful in 2 areas of your life. Kind of getting away from this kind of either way of thinking or an individual or an environment that kind of puts this kind of negative perspective or filter on things, and go again. Like, don't ignore your intuitive pull, don't ignore your heart, and don't ignore the repetitive messaging that you're clearly seeing and feeling in your dreams and in your waking life, right? They keep putting it in front of you. The alignment, the time is right. The time is right for this triumphant success.